Future, who is wildly successful and who's consistently stayed on top of the rap game for years. Future is 39 or 40 years old, still topping the charts. When you talk about top rappers today, he's got to be in the top three, the top five best artists. But he's 40 years old. Look at what Future's still doing. The same thing he was doing when he was 30 years old, 20 years old, touring, going place to place, in the club at 40 years old. My whole thing is, I don't want to be the old nigga in the club. Future is the old nigga in the club. Snoop Dogg is the old nigga in the club. That's not how I want to live. And you think, as a super famous person, right? What do you want to be known for? What do you want your impact to be? As an artist, people love you, they adore you, they come up to you. I'm sure all of that is great. But beyond the music, what impact do you have on people's lives? Do people actually care what you think or what you have to say about real issues in the world? Can you make an impact in that direction? Not really. So when we have someone who has a status level of, a famous artist versus someone who is a public speaker or, politician or, some sort of influence in that area, your words and your presence is more impactful and meaningful to younger minds and the younger generation than a pop star or a rapper or an artist. The way that you move as an artist or a famous person directly influences the younger generation, depending on what you talk about. And that's why we see so much degeneration in our society, because this is all that these artists preach: is sex, drugs, money, uh, clout, just nonsense and stuff that's not of that great importance. And that isn't the route that I wanted to take anymore, because I see how that bullshit directly affects young minds. And so if I can make a difference, I would like to do that. Not necessarily by the music, but by my voice. That's how I want to impact the world. And also, again, I don't want to be the old nigga in the club. I don't want to be 40 years old still doing pop-ups at the club. I don't want to be 60 years old dancing like a monkey on stage somewhere. And that's what we see. That's what you sign up for being an artist. You're an entertainer. You're not an educator. You're not someone here to enlighten the minds of the people. You're just here to make people smile and laugh. And that's not the legacy that I want, even though that life may be extremely rewarding and fun. Yeah, for the moment, but I like to think longevity. I don't want to be 60 years old jumping around on stage, right? I don't want to be like Madonna, she's like 70, still shaking ass on stage, because that's what you sign up for when you become an entertainer. You're an entertainer for life. People don't really care about your take on politics or religion, which, in my opinion, are very, very important topics that everyone should know about, especially what's going on here in this country. So I'm glad you guys have tuned in to my live stream today. That's all I got for you guys. If you got anything to say, feel free to share it in the comment section. Where's my